Hey, what's going on, guys? I have a fully interactive video for you today that's going to walk you step by step through how to make a website. It's really easy. You'll notice that this video is only about 10 minutes long, and that's because that's all it takes to be able to do this. Very fast, very simple. So there's 3 steps in making a website. The first one is choosing your platform. This is just because we don't have the nerdy programming and coding knowledge to be able to, code ourselves a website. So we're going to choose an existing platform so that we can just log in, find themes and install them and edit it to make it look how we want, and then go in and edit the content without ever having to look at a line of code. This is absolutely awesome. And let me say this too. This tutorial is for people to make any kind of website. You're going to be able to make this look however you want to do it. If it's a business website, a personal website, a website for a band, or anything you might want. The second part is you're getting your domain and hosting. I'm going to be walking you through this too. This is essentially just what puts your website up on the internet. Very simple. And then our third step is auto-installing the platform. Normally platforms take hours to be able to install manually in a bunch of PHP, MySQL database knowledge. But with our hosting account, all we're going to be able to do is go in and take one click, and it's going to auto-install in 30 seconds. It's a really, really cool thing. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do all that in this video, and you'll be done. You'll have a website by the end that you're going to be able to edit and do whatever the heck you want to do with it. And so I'm going to have a bunch of tutorials at the end too, so that you can continue to expand your knowledge and learn cool ways how to edit the website on the platform. Now I'm going to fly through this step because really it's a lot of information-y fluff, but we're going to be using WordPress.org, and the reason we're going to be doing it is because, well, there's 4 main platforms: WordPress, Blogger, Weebly, and Tumblr. And yeah, there are others to be able to create a website, but these are going to be the 4 best choices. But when you're creating a website or a blog, you really want to make sure for 3 criteria, that it's efficient, customizable, and easily expandable. And you'll notice that Blogger kind of sucks, and Weebly and Tumblr meet the first 2 criteria, but they're not really expandable. But now I'm going to pose a scenario for you quick. Imagine that your business, your product, your band, your blog post, or whatever it might be, at one point goes viral. Have a lot of people flood to your site, and your site crashes. Why does your site crash? The truth is, when you use a Weebly, a Tumblr, a Blogger, it's all hosted on their accounts. And when they say, ooh, this site has too much traffic, it's using up too much of our bandwidth, they're going to crash your site just like that. They're going to take down your site, and you're going to have to move elsewhere. And you're not going to get your website files or anything like that, and you're just going to have to start again from scratch. And a lot of people don't realize that from the start, and they'll start off with one of those platforms. When realistically, you should start off with WordPress, because that way you'll never have that problem. It's not hosted on anybody else's account. It's on your account, and you'll never have that problem. Additionally, WordPress is easily customizable. So, but once again, easily expandable and can handle expansion is something that's very, very important, and don't neglect that, because that's so important. And I'm going to show you how to set up WordPress. So let's jump into hosting. So now we're going to sign up for our domain and hosting. Our domain is just our google.com, yahoo.com, that website address. That's what your domain is. And your hosting is basically what puts your website files up on the internet so that anybody can view your website from anywhere with an internet connection. That's how the internet works. So what we could just do is go to hostgator.com. That's where we're going to end up getting our hosting and domain. But the problem is, if we went here and just did that, we have to pay full price. And we don't want to do that. We want to save some money, and we want to eliminate the risk as much as possible, because I understand for a lot of you, this is probably your first time creating a website. And so we want to eliminate that risk. So I'm going to show you a real cool trick right now. If you go to couponavengers.com/host-gator-coupon-codes, which I'll just put a link in the description for you guys, right at the top of the description. And if you go here, there's going to be some cool coupon codes. The reason I like this site is because they update it often. So if you're viewing this video in September, it's going to be just as relevant. It'll probably be a September hosting discount, or you might still be able to use this 1 cent one. You probably will be able to. So if we copy that 1 cent, when we click to activate, what it's going to do is make us eligible for this discount on HostGator. Really cool. So we're going to click to activate, and now we're back on hostgator.com. And this time, we're going to click on View Web Hosting Plans. We're going to go down here, and we're going to do the monthly plan. I know it says $7.16 a month, but that's not what we're going to end up paying here. And now, We're going to look down here where it says coupon code, and for me it says Snappy. For you it might say Snappy or it might say something else. What we want to do is we want to get 1 cent in there, but if we put 1 cent and hit enter, and it'll reload the page, but it'll still keep Snappy in the coupon code box. So we have to do a little cool trick here to activate our 1 cent discount. Look for whatever word you have in this box, and then go up to your URL. That's what this is right here. And find that word. So for me it was Snappy. So I'm going to highlight Snappy. I'm going to right click and I'm going to hit paste. So I'm putting 1 cent in 1 cent in the place of Snappy. So make sure first of all that you copied 1 cent over here, or you can just write it too. It's the number 1 and then cent. And now we're going to hit enter. Well, once we clicked on that, we'll hit enter. So now if we look down, 1 cent is our active coupon. So we're going to set up our domain name now. Remember, this is your website address. So if you wanted staplers, pencils, waterbottlesgalore.com, that's what you type in this box. So for me, I'll do waterbottlesUnitedExpress.com. And I'll hit continue to step 2. So now this is really cool because immediately you're going to see the discount take action. 1 month at $8.95 a month, but $894 off. So if we scroll down here, I'm going to get rid of these add-ons. You're going to see $8.95 minus $8.94, so we're 1 cent for hosting. That's awesome. And then you just have your normal domain fee of $15. So what you're going to get is for your entire first month, your website's going to cost you only $15. And think about this too. This domain registration is for an entire year. So realistically, if we pull out the calculator and we say, okay, 15 divided by 12 equals that, plus 1 cent, we're paying $1.26 months. I'm sorry, $1.26, and we're going to get our entire website for the first month. This is absolutely awesome. So what we're going to do is just scroll up here, and I'm going to start filling in my information. And if you guys don't mind, I'm going to pause the video right now so I can do that, and I'll join back with you in just a second. Alright, so now I've got my username and password all set, all my information filled out, and now I'm just going to create an account. And on the last page, I checked to pay with PayPal. So if you didn't check that, maybe you'd see a different screen than this, but I'm just going to go ahead and go on through with it. And fill up my PayPal information here. Sorry that I have to blur that out. I know you guys want to get into my PayPal really bad. And take it right there. Pay now. Awesome. So now I'm just going to hit back to return to HostGator. And we're redirecting. Thank you for enrolling your card to be billed in your local currency. That's a really stupid way to say it. But now what we can do is check our email, and hopefully it will already have come. If it hasn't come yet, it'll come in the next probably minute of our account info for HostGator. So let's check out our email. Alright, so here we go. Here I'm in my Gmail, and sorry I have to blur so much, just account info and all that junk. But it'll show us our domain name here that we ended up getting. Our password, which we can just copy right now. Our username that we set for ourselves. And we can log into our billing system there, or we can log into our control panel, which is what we want to do right here. Cool. Alright, so now we might want to bookmark this, because this is where we're going to log into our control panel. So I'm just going to go ahead and bookmark that real quick. Alright, now we're just going to type in our username and password that we set for ourselves, and hit login. Login successfully. Alright. And if you want to go through their tutorials and stuff, you can go ahead and do that. Otherwise, we're going to jump right in to how to set up what we want to set up. So let's scroll down here, and we're going to scroll down until we find something called Quick Install. It's underneath Software/Services, looks exactly like this little stopwatch here. And we're going to click into that, And on the left-hand side, underneath blog software, we're going to find WordPress. Now, don't worry, WordPress isn't just for blogs. It's really helpful for blogs, and a lot of blogs use it. But WordPress is the absolute best platform for any type of site, whether it's going to be a business site, which huge sites like New York Times uses it, I think. I'm pretty sure BestBuy.com uses it, and that's even an e-commerce site. Tons of businesses use it for their business websites, all that junk. It's just so customizable and easy to use that that's why it's the best platform out there. So we're going to click on WordPress. We're going to hit continue. And your domain should automatically pop up here. And we're just going to throw in our information. Our email is just going to be where they're going to send your username and password to, so that you can log into your site. Your blog title, or just your website title. Very self-explanatory. Our admin user is just what you'll log in with, your username, and the password is generated, and that's what's emailed to you. I'm just going to put an admin. And your first name and your last name. This is what will just show up if you comment on a comment on your website, and it'll show up for you. So now we're going to hit install now. And this is the process that normally takes hours to manually do. And we see it right now complete in less than 10 seconds. How cool is that? Congratulations, we're done. And here's our username and password, and this should also have been emailed to the email that you put up here. So I'm just going to copy that password. And now before I click on this, know that if you just register your hosting account, sometimes it takes 1 or 2 hours to propagate the domain to your account. So if you click on this right here, it says you can access it by going here, and it doesn't show your blog for you, and it doesn't show up a website, know that your domain is just in the process of being tied to your hosting account. You can either wait it out for like 2 hours and then it should be all set and ready to go, or something else you can do is just contact HostGator support and see if they can speed along the process for you too. But there you go, we're installed, and if we look into the admin area too, you're going to want to copy this URL because this is where you'll log into your site. Pop that open. Looks like this. I'm going to put in my username, put in my password, and hit login. And this is it. This is the admin panel of our website. Now we can go in and we can change the themes of our website, search for themes. There's thousands and thousands that we can do to customize it. Widgets, plugins to be able to customize it. You can add posts to your websites so that you can have that blog flair to it that we kind of talked about with WordPress. You can add pages. This is going to be primarily, like if it's a business site and you want different pages to it, about us page, all that junk. But guys, this is so deep. WordPress gets so deep with all the different functionalities that you can do. Obviously, it's very easy to use with this side panel, but there's so much that you can do with it that I'm going to cut this tutorial off here because now you have your website up and running. But what I'm going to do, and I referenced this earlier in the video, if you look in the description of this video and you expand it, I'm going to put a whole bunch of video tutorials that you can access on YouTube on stuff like how to search for themes, how to make posts, how to make pages, and make them all the separate videos. So if you want to learn certain things, you can go and watch those videos and learn them individually. You can watch through them all, a few of them, whatever you want to do. Or if you just want to mess around and just kind of toy with all of this, you can do that too and just customize your site. So guys, this is it. You have your website up and running. Obviously, this is the default look to it, but you're going to want to customize it and make it look your own. So I hope this tutorial was very helpful for you guys. You're absolutely awesome, and hope you have a great day.